set for the call of this Week 15 matchup. Here are Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Larry, we find ourselves right in the center of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex in Arlington and AT&T Stadium. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. The play clock's running down. Savage now to throw. And incomplete to open things up. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. This offensive unit today, they're going to need Dez.
A full combo plate. Size, speed, toughness, not to mention incredible aggressiveness going and getting the football.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And back to the air. Savage on second down. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. He's got a man. Complete. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first down, Savage steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go up. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take a knee here. So per the new rules in 2016, this will be brought out to the 25-yard line. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. First down, Winston. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And Brate, the tight end's got it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And now the defense for Dallas.
Sean Lee is a linebacker with an exciting mix of tackling ability and coverage skills.
down now following the completed pass. Winston from the gun on third down. Being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's fourth down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
This is taken around the 12. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty.
Yep.
Wiley. Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
Second down and 4. Here's Savage now on second. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They run with a rookie. Here's Elliott. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. The starting 11 defensively for Tampa Bay.
Levante David is a tackling machine. He's always where the ball is.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Detroit.
To throw on 2nd down is Savage. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here is Savage. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Savage. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Bryant, the lone receiver, left.
3-19! 3-19! No, check. Patriot!
Throwing on 3rd down, it's Savage. Complete to Jason Witten. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
All right, now, look at Leopard! All right, here we go. Green, 30, Leopard! Watch the slant! Motion!
Savage now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dez Bryant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down, Winston. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. A first down throw for Winston. And Boyd has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So now a 1st and 20. Play fake here on first down. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. The reigning defensive player of the year, J.J. Watt, with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Second down, Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. Third and long for Winston. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded inside the 5. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now come the Cowboys. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Fresh set of downs here. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Halfback sent in motion. On first down, it's Savage. And this one complete to Winton over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. So the offense has it first and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line it.
Savage on first. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They start the drive with Martin. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He's got Evans. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hand.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. And that one makes it 14-7. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They go back to the air here after the INT. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and that'll bring up second down.
Sometimes there's just no hiding it. I've been a fan of Brent Grimes since his days in Atlanta. Undersized, but quickness off the charts. Speed, ability to transition and make plays on the football, something we just saw in evidence there. I thought he was a heck of a player. And besides that, fearless. Would tackle out on the corner. Well, guess what? He left Miami after last season. Now in Tampa Bay, that's the type of play that they've been expecting from him and what's sorely needed for their defense.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. They'll come out in the pistol.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
A second down throw for Winston. Trying to lay one up deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And he knocks it through. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They set up the screen to Martin. A good first down call as the screen play gets them 9. Well, the coaches mentioned they weren't as concerned about big play offense. They thought they could get some shorter, quicker stuff and be consistent. And that's kind of what they showed there.
What they saw in preparation, what they saw on film, is a defense that likes to get out fast in terms of coverage, meaning they either bail out or they give them a lot of space to throw the underneath stuff, so they decided they'd take advantage of it and worked on it hard in practice this week.
One receiver to the left is Evans. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. Well, in tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the red zone now, Winston. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now. On second down, Winston again. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people on the run.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. Wildcat look, it's Elliott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
Let's see if that script is a good one for them. The third quarter starts with a run by Martin. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Evans has it left side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Winston on 3rd and 2. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The 4-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt, in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. This is brought in at the 21. Look at the spin. Balance. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Savage, he's going to float this one deep right side. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And that right there will set them back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
the slot man goes in motion left. Here's Savage now on second, and it's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On third down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 13 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Jameis now on first down. And he's got Greg here, the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling could lead to no yards gained.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
And on third down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Jameis to throw it. This is caught by Jackson. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. One receiver to the left is Evans. On second down, Winston again. Jackson's got it over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's third down. So completion on second down, that brings up third. And quickly, they get to the line. Winston now. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Offense still needing 10 yards, second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
All right, here we go.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's got some space here. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
A 1st down throw coming. Savage. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And the offense looks to pick up the 1st here on 3rd after that incompletion. Third and long. It's Savage. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And Brake, the tight end's got it. A good pickup there, a 22.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. One receiver to the left is Evans. They go play action here on 1st down. Going up top. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion.
Hey, turn it up. Ready. Blue 80. 59 Mike. Check. 59. It's just me and you. 550.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll again try for 2, this time from the 7.
Ready. Blue 80. Check 59. Mike.
Winston to throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. Interesting call there. They went for two even after the penalty from the 7-yard line. It didn't pay off.
I think the first thought is to go ahead and kick the extra point, but you're not kicking it from the 7-yard line.
Yeah,
right? That's not what
push 5 back on the PAT as well.
Right, so they have to take it from the 15 to administer the penalty. So now you're kicking it around 40 yards. So I understand why they probably went for two there. They thought they had a better play and a better chance in that situation.
Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
It's caught on the right side. Williams. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Banjo. No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
Here's Savage now on second. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And the back goes into motion. And back to the air. Savage on second down. He's going to float this one. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Ready. Watch 84. Watch 84. He's going.
A second down throw for Winston. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Single. Ready.
On first and 10, Winston. Evans has it left side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Jameis to throw it. He finds his target. It's Evans. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Jameis now on first down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped have it.
And it's intercepted in the end zone. A great read, and it's picked off. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field, and they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. It's a gain of 20 that time, and it'll be first down Cowboys.
But go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Now it's Savage. Drops it underneath to Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Cowboys add on. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Winston. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. J.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long for Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. 6 yards to go here on 2nd down. 1 man in the backfield, Elliott. Here's Savage. Out left side here to Bryant. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. 3rd and 2, Savage. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the first-rounder, Vernon. And now the rookie screen. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
The point after now for Aguayo.
That's been a tough day, but they finally were able to get one into the end zone, and maybe the offense will feel a little bit better about itself going into next week.
And if you're a coach taking that into next week, I know you're upset, but it is a little bit more respectable, somewhat of a moral victory, right?
Yeah, they probably won't say a lot of that to the team, but it is true. It's something for them to build on, and then they can call their mom and tell her, hey, Mom, for your fantasy points, we got you a few down the stretch.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner, and just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right?
And his first carry, he loses the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
I think we need to come up with a different name for this position. We keep calling it the fullback position. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback, but we know this. Whoever's coming out of that spot is usually bigger and stronger, and they may not run away from people, but they'll run through them.
Yeah, able to shed tacklers. We saw it right there. 5 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run it. Here's Martin. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, they might want to tear up their scouting reports a little bit here, because they just broke tendency. 3rd down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it really well and picked up a first down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner. All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Finding time, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target, and that brings up 4th down.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And Aguayo's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things, because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch it now.
counter. Elliott bulldozes past him. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big run there by the rookie Elliott.